The Lexington-Fayette County Health Department says local pediatricians are getting many concerned phone calls from parents about the mumps.
A prostitution sting led to 2 arrests last night in Boyle County.
Cracking down on drones. Details on a bill that's gaining traction in Frankfort.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon to you. Amber Philpott and Sam Dick reporting. We continue to track the developments on the situation in Estill County where radioactive waste was illegally dumped in a landfill. The State Division of Waste Management says the material was dumped sometime between last July and November at the Blue Ridge landfill off of Kentucky 89.
And the state opened its investigation after receiving a tip in January, but during a news conference just about 30 minutes ago, Judge Executive Wallace Taylor again repeated that county leaders only found out about the situation yesterday.
We don't want people to think that we're trying to cover something up. We don't want to think the landfill's trying to cover something up. We won't get to the bottom of this.
Judge Taylor also said that testing shows no immediate threat to that area. He says the county will begin testing water supplies this weekend. The tests are expected to cost at least $10,000. The judge executive says that he will demand that the landfill pay that bill. We'll have a live report from Estill County ahead on WKYT News at 5 o'clock. A health alert for Fayette County. The health department here says that they have seen an increase in perioditis cases in the county.
Perioditis is a symptom that can be associated with mumps. The University of Kentucky recently had 3 cases of the mumps and gave out free vaccines on campus Wednesday. WKYT's Caitlin Sentner has reaction from the health department. It's our top story at 4:30.
According to CDC standards, there is an outbreak of mumps on the University of Kentucky campus, but we talked to the Lexington-Fayette County Health Department and they say there's not one in the community. Fayette County is seeing an increase in perioditis. That means a swelling in the glands in front of and below the ear or under the jaw. It's a symptom of mumps. Mumps is a rare but contagious disease spread through coughing and sneezing. Its appearance in Lexington on the University of Kentucky campus has local parents concerned, according to the health department. They say pediatricians have been getting a number of phone calls.
It's just the unknown. They may have heard their grandparents talking about it, or even their parents, depending on age, about having mumps when they were, or mumps being in the community when they were younger. And so now they're hearing, oh, there's mumps in Lexington. What can I do? It just sounds frightening because it's so unknown. And that's really what their concern is.
The health department is really pushing for hand washing, especially if you're sneezing or blowing your nose. In Lexington, Caitlin Sentner, WKYT.
And again, the health department says parents should not be worried. The best prevention is 2 doses of the MMR vaccine. An undercover investigation by 2 Kentucky sheriff's departments has exposed a prostitution ring.
The Boyle and Lincoln County Sheriff's Departments arrested 2 women for prostitution and various drug charges. They say that more arrests are expected. Our Victor Puente has details on the investigation.
These arrests came after an undercover operation that involved 2 different sheriff's offices. It started in Lincoln County. Sheriff Kurt Folger told me his detectives contacted a woman who placed an ad online offering sex in exchange for money. The arrest citation of 22-year-old Lindsay Sally says she began texting with deputies, and they set up a time to meet at an apartment in Danville. That got the Boyle County Sheriff's Office involved, and both agencies took part in the sting Thursday night. They say Sally told them she usually had 3 dates a day and was offering her services for $150 an hour. They arrested her for prostitution and also arrested the woman renting that apartment, Patricia Beecraft. They say Sally told them Beecraft let her use the apartment for sex in exchange for food. They also say Beecraft had someone else's EBT card. They charged her with permitting prostitution, false use of benefits, and several drug charges. Both women are in the Boyle County Detention Center.
A lot of times when you're dealing with prostitution, there's other crimes going on. In this instance, you had the misrepresentation to obtain benefits and the narcotics. So you're getting a lot of crimes just related to the prostitution.
Sally was also charged with possession of a controlled substance. Police say they found gabapentin, alprazolam, and oxycodone pills in her purse. In Boyle County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
And according to jail records, Beecraft also has a charge out of Marion County. Lebanon police say that she shoplifted from a shoe store back in January. It's been somewhat of a chilly afternoon here in the Bluegrass, but we're going to see a big temperature swing this weekend, giving us an early taste of spring.
That will be so nice. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. And Chris, everybody wants to know how much of a warm-up we can expect.
You know, we've only been in the 30s for the most part the past couple of days. Anything's going to qualify as a warm-up, but we're going to double temperatures from where we were yesterday. Low 30s by the time we hit Sunday. We're going to be deep into the 60s. On our way today, it's a little warmer into much of central Kentucky where we have some sun. 41 popular Lexington Mountain Parkway into the capital city of Frankfort. Northbound on 75 heading toward the Covington area, a little more in the way of clouds. In eastern Kentucky, more clouds, and we still have had some snow flurries under those clouds across the eastern part of the state so far today. And you see the overcast thinning out western and central parts of the area. We're not worried about what's going on to our north for a change. We're watching the southwestern sky. All that dry air in Nashville, Memphis, down toward parts of the Mississippi Valley. That's much better weather that is rolling into town as we roll our way into Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk about the temperature swing when I come back in a little less than 10 minutes.
Drone operators could be charged with harassment or voyeurism under a bill that has cleared the Kentucky House. In an 87-3 vote, lawmakers approved the bill that makes it illegal to use a drone to harass or spy on other people. The bill is in response to Bullitt County resident William Meredith, who last year shot down a drone he said was spying on his teenage daughter on the back porch. Funeral arrangements have been made for a former Lexington council member.
83-year-old Roy Durbin served the city's 9th district for 13 years. He passed away this week at Mayfair Manor Nursing Home. The Lee County native served in the U.S. Navy during the Korean War. Razor Roy was also a barber for more than 50 years. He owned Clay's Mill Barbershop and Suburban Barbershop. His funeral is Monday at Kerr Brothers Funeral Home. He'll be buried in Camp Nelson National Cemetery in Jessamine County. A final farewell this afternoon to the longtime chairman of the Fayette County School Board. John Price died this week after losing a 2-year battle with leukemia. He served as chairman for 13 years. Price's funeral began at 1:30 this afternoon at St. Peter Catholic Church in Lexington. He was laid to rest at Bluegrass Memorial Gardens.
The vice president will have a serious message for the audience at the Academy Awards this weekend. How Lady Gaga is helping, coming up.
Thinking about building a new home or remodeling yours? Then don't miss the new home and remodeling marketplace. Builders, remodelers, suppliers, and designers will be on hand to discuss your project. The new home and remodeling marketplace, February 26th through the 28th at Alltech Arena. Details at hbalexington.com.
Attention! Green's Toyota of Lexington is having a sale so big it can only happen every 4 years. Green's Leap Year Sales Event this weekend. Save up to $5,000 off MSRP on new Toyotas with our Green Saver coupon. Special APR offers available, including 0% APR on our most popular models. And get up to $2,000 customer cash on 13 different models. A Leap Year Sales Event. Only at Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 4 years running. Green's Toyota.
Great people, great cars, think Greens.
Are you happy with your bathroom? I wasn't. I thought I didn't have the money until I learned about Bath Fitter. Bath Fitter puts a new bathtub right over your old one. Isn't that amazing? Bath Fitter will measure and install right over your existing tub. And only Bath Fitter has seamless walls, which guarantees a watertight fit. Plus, they do it all in just one day. That's my favorite part. Book a free consultation and find out for yourself. Call today or learn more at bathfitternow.com.
I wasn't too thrilled about dentures, but I need to be able to chew. So I called Aspen Dental. They got me right in because my visit was long overdue. And no one on staff even made me feel bad that I hadn't been in since the leg warmer fad. My new dentures came with a great guarantee, so this giant pretzel's got nothing on me.
With dentures starting at $3.99 and a money-back guarantee, dentistry's never been easier. Call 1-800-ASPEN Dental.
Philip Pratt, a proud grandfather, a loving and caring family man, a hard-working small business owner, someone who knows how to grow jobs and change the landscape in Frankfort. Philip Pratt will hold government accountable responsibly, fight Obama's crippling government overreach on our agriculture economy, and preserve our Kentucky heritage in Owen and Scott County. On Tuesday, March 8th, vote Philip Pratt for state representative.
Thinking about building a new home or remodeling yours? Then don't miss the new home and remodeling marketplace. Builders, remodelers, suppliers, and designers will be on hand to discuss your project. The new home and remodeling marketplace, February 26th through the 28th at Alltech Arena. Details at hbalexington.com.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
We continue with a very nice sky across parts of the area this afternoon. That's how we're kicking off the weekend. Eastern Kentucky, hang tough, my friends. It's cloudy. It's chilly now. You've got better weather coming your way as well. Central Kentucky, we're getting in on it a little quicker. Sunshine over top of the Hamburg Pavilion area. And as we talked yesterday, if you had enough sun, you were going to hit 40 this afternoon. Feels like it is 35, though. Eastern Kentucky, majority of our area still in the mid to upper 30s. 39 London, 36 into the Jackson area. Hello, Moorhead and Mount Sterling at 37. I know you're looking to your west. It's only a 5-degree difference in a lot of cases, 4 or 5 degrees here or there, so not a big deal in terms of the temperature discrepancy. Tomorrow, everybody heads into the 50 to 55 degree range across the entire area. And as we work our way into tomorrow evening, the numbers drop into the upper 30s for a night out on the town. Here's your Defender Radar Network. Still some snowflakes into far eastern Kentucky. That'll get on out of town. As we look through the day tomorrow, again, 51 coming up tomorrow afternoon around 5 o'clock. Sun, some clouds after a chilly start to the day. It looks pretty good. We go into your Sunday 3-day threat track. It's low, but we're going to have gusty winds to contend with. Those winds on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening especially could hit 40 miles an hour or a little greater. There's a chance for a shower or two as we go into our Monday hour-by-hour forecast. Let's start you out this evening by 11 o'clock right at freezing. Tomorrow morning, one more little round of some clouds coming through tonight. That actually helps us. It'll keep the temperatures up a few degrees. Upper 20s to low 30s. Tomorrow afternoon, get out and enjoy 50s into most areas. Through tomorrow evening, it's not as cold. Into Sunday morning, upper 30s to low 40s. And by the time we hit Sunday afternoon, it is game on for low and maybe some mid 60s across the entire area. Winds will crank up during that time ahead of a cold front. And by the time we get into 11 o'clock on Sunday evening, clouds are increasing. That front does not have a whole lot of moisture to work with. It has more wind than rain. Still, though, there's a chance for a shower Sunday night and into Monday. That forecast for the weekend, for the final weekend of February, that's about as good as you're going to get around here. 64 degrees on Sunday, shower chance Monday, 60 again Tuesday with a threat for a late day shower or a thunderstorm during that time. That's a big storm system that rolls into town Tuesday into Wednesday. So you see the temperature surge and the temperature drop. Maybe a 30-degree difference. Oh, stop me if you've heard that one before. Looks like something similar to what we just went through a few days ago.
Hey, we'll do that if there's another 50, 60 degrees at the end of it like this one.
You get in this up and down pattern like this. That, you know, the ups aren't going to last more than a few days. More importantly, the downs aren't going to last more than a few days.
Just enjoy them when you
That's
can
right.
get them.
Exactly right.
Thanks, Chris.
You got it.
It's their final warehouse sale. Thanks for the home. Great gifts for the kids, even a few little goodies for yourself. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Keeneland today.
Tonight, we got no witnesses. An innocent man's life. We got no leads. Hangs in the balance.
He says he didn't do it. We believe him.
New Hawaii 5-0. Then,
Madam Speaker.
It sounds so good when you say it.
police and politics don't mix.
My people risk their lives every day.
My people don't trust the police.
When Whoopi Goldberg guest stars.
She has muscle. So do I.
Let the fireworks begin. New Blue Bloods after Hawaii 5-0. CBS tonight.
Important message for women and men ages 50 to 85. Please write down this toll-free number now. Right now in areas like yours, people are receiving this free information kit for guaranteed acceptance life insurance with a rate lock through the Colonial Penn program. If you are on a fixed income or concerned about rising prices, learn about affordable whole life insurance with a lifetime rate lock that guarantees your rate can never increase for any reason. If you did not receive your information or if you misplaced it, call this number now and we'll rush it to you. Your acceptance is guaranteed with no health questions. Please stand by to learn more.
I'm Alex Trebek, and the announcement you just heard is for a popular and affordable life insurance plan with a rate lock guarantee. That means your rate is locked in for life and can never increase. Did you get your free information kit in the mail? If not, please call this toll-free number now. In the last month alone, thousands have called about this plan with the rate lock guarantee through the Colonial Penn program. And here's why. This plan is affordable, with coverage options for just $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. Your rate is locked in and can never go up. And your acceptance is guaranteed. You cannot be turned down because of your health. See how much coverage you can get for just $9.95 a month. Call now for your free information kit. Don't wait. Call today.
Call 1-800-909-4488 for your free information and free gift. There's no obligation. That's 1-800-909-4488. Or visit us online at colonialpenn.com. That number again is 1-800-909-4488. Call now.
Join WKYT and the Fayette County Sheriff's Office for the Winter Care Coat Drive. Donate your coats at any Republic Bank in Lexington through the end of February, and Chase Cleaners will clean them. Together, we can provide warmth to those who need it most.
This week on Wheel, we're going on a shopping spree.
Oh my God!
And she's got the $1 million wedge.
You might want to call your neighbors. Might be something in the air tonight.
It's a wheel you won't want to miss.
Wheel of Fortune, tonight at 7 on WKYT.
I like the sound of this. It could be the first sign of spring. Keeneland is hosting their annual warehouse sale where you can get incredible deals on everything that you love at Keeneland.
Deanne Stevens is out and about today. She joins us from Keeneland with more. Hi, Deanne.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. We are here at Keeneland, and I'm just doing a little shopping, checking out the incredible deals, all a part of their warehouse sale, where everything is happy, or happy everything, so to speak. And you got to be happy when you're getting great deals like this. Kyle Casson is with us, and Kyle, this is always a fabulous sale with awesome ways of savings. Talk a bit about that. And from cotton colors to incredible equestrian lamps, you got everything here.
Absolutely. We have home decor, Christmas, everything you need, from equestrian to, you know, your babysitter down the street. We're here to extend those deals to people. As it's been known, it's been an annual event for us, but this, you know, is probably going to be the last time for us, so don't miss out on that opportunity.
Okay, so when you say last time, you're still going to have sales, right?
Absolutely. We'll have promotions. We'll have, you know, season-ending sales. But as far as people have known us for that annual, you know, big warehouse sale, you know, this is that last event, so people don't want to miss out on that opportunity.
Well, people flock to come and line up to be a part of this warehouse sale, because you do have a little bit of everything from Keeneland branded items to, well, look at the blankets, all equestrian stuff, as well as these Longchamp bags that everybody wants each color of.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, brands that we carry throughout the year, you know, this is the time to get those pieces that we have a little bit extra, you know, and we can extend those savings to, you know, our local customers in town. And
when you're talking about savings, you're not talking about, you know, I mean, $50 to $75 at 75% off?
Absolutely. You're talking, you know, a $50 item, you know, coming in for $15. So this is that great time. Holiday gifts, birthdays, whatever you have coming up, you know, anybody you have, a coworker that you just happen to have a good week with, this is the time to get them a gift.
I'm looking at the guy behind the camera. How nice has he been this week? Because I'm sure he'd want one of everything in here, right? He says yes. Teacher gifts, too. Teacher Appreciation Week coming up here in a few months. All kinds of great items here at Keeneland Warehouse Sale. You guys are here until 6 o'clock tonight, and then again the rest of the weekend?
Absolutely. 10 to 6, both Saturday and Sunday. So, you know, it's definitely, it was only a 3-day sale, so we want to get people out here, you know, early and often.
All right, come on and be a part of the final warehouse sale that they're doing here at Keeneland at the Keene Entertainment Center. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Got to get to shopping. Back to you guys.
That providing that Deanne left anything for you to come and shop with. She may have taken it all.
There may not be anything left.
The stars are picking out their Oscar night diamonds, and the Vice President will take the stage at the Academy Awards.
Suzanne Marquez has your eye on entertainment.
Quincy Jones will go to trial with his lawsuit against Michael Jackson's estate. The producer is asking for $10 million, saying he was shorted on royalties. Vice President Joe Biden will put in an appearance at the Academy Awards on Sunday. He'll introduce Lady Gaga before she performs her nominated song, Till It Happens to You. Biden's office says he'll use his introduction to speak out against sexual assault. Part of the Oscar night suspense is about what the stars will wear. Forevermark Diamonds gave us a look at some of the sparklers that may show up on the red carpet.
Statement necklaces are very hot on the red carpet this season. They're always a huge hit.
Keep your eyes on the red carpet for gems like these. This ring is 7 carats. These bracelets worth a cool $1 million.
Here's to you and here's to win.
Carrie Underwood will be one of the performers at this year's Academy of Country Music Awards. Kenny Chesney and Keith Urban have also signed on for the show, which airs April 3rd on CBS. And music history goes on the block this weekend. Hundreds of guitars are being auctioned off at Gersney's. There are 4 from Eric Clapton and 24 from jazz artist George Benson. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Suzanne Marquez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
One of the rarest of all the Beatles records is being auctioned off next month. This record disc is described as the Holy Grail. It was the band's first to be pressed and actually helped them get a record contract. The song Hello Little Girl is on one side, Until There Was You is on the other. The disc was found in the home of an English pianist. Omega Auctions of Warrington will auction off the record next month. It's expected to sell for more than $14,000.
I know what you're thinking. You've got to be kidding me. What some perplexed shoppers caught the kid doing, coming up on WKYT News at 4:30.
Of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. Visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of offers like this Camry lease for only $179 a month. Buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Change is taking root in Frankfort. We need a voice that'll be heard. Daniel Elliott is the conservative for Boyle and Casey counties. Dedicated to protect our God-given freedoms from Obama liberals, Daniel will ensure government is held accountable and our Kentucky values are protected. Daniel Elliott will fight government overreach that's crippled our economy. We need a strong voice. On Tuesday, March 8th, vote Daniel Elliott for state representative.
Sups Furniture and Oriental Rugs is having the big leap year sale Friday through Monday with 30 to 50% off store-wide. Sups has a special on Lazy Boy recliners. Save $367, only $384. Save 44% on a 3-piece bedroom set, only $1744. You can be sleeping on a Tempur-Pedic queen set for $36 a month, interest-free, or receive a $300 Sups gift certificate. Look, Vito is getting ready for the leap year sale at Sups Furniture and Oriental Rugs, Nicholasville Road and Main Street, Georgetown.
They say life gets better the older you get, and time becomes more valuable. Time to spend with family, time to try new things, time to have fun. At Kroger, you can have your prescriptions filled while you shop, so it's easy to save money and time with your Kroger pharmacy. And you can get back to the things you love.
Be heart smart. Your Kroger pharmacist can help you understand your heart health numbers, your medications, and so much more. See your Kroger pharmacist today.
Of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. Visit buyatoyota.com for 0% financing, special leases, and Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
It's Friday, which means if it was snowing outside or raining outside or windy, yeah, it's Friday.
But when it is Friday, and Chris Bailey, the weather is going to be as nice as it is this weekend, even better for us.
Oh, exactly right. You know, as you mentioned, Friday, we normally don't care what the weather is anyway because it is Friday. But when you have such good weather coming up, it at least really helps you out in terms of the psyche, knowing that Saturday and Sunday are looking good. Breaking out into some sunshine across the entire area. Look at our live Kentucky weather cams. Southeastern Kentucky still the only area with a fair amount of clouds in terms of keeping any sun away. Jenkins, still snow on the ground, southeastern Kentucky. Campton, Moorhead, Florence, Lexington, into the I-65 corridor. to our west, Louisville and E-Town. Sunshine galore into all of those areas. We'll look at our Defender radar network, and those clouds across eastern Kentucky have still been spitting out some snowflakes across the entire area. We had another little sugar coating in some spots early this morning, but overall, look at the air to our southwest. Nashville, Memphis, down into parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and Arkansas. That's where the air tomorrow and Sunday is coming from. One more little bank of clouds in that northwesterly flow across the Great Lakes. That'll scoot through here tonight, and then we open up the gates from the southwest to allow that warmer air to begin to surge in across much of central and eastern Kentucky during that time. So the weather for the weekend certainly continues to look much, much better than where we have been. Right now, let's get a check on traffic on a busy Friday afternoon. Here's Officer Don.
First live look at Lexington traffic flow in real time this afternoon. We can see outbound Richmond Road. Not a big problem getting past the circle. A little slow down there where traffic's merging from Richmond Road to the circle. That collision at Clays Mill and Man o' War has been cleared, so we should be okay through that intersection. That leaves us with drive times and nothing really to complain about on the Nicholasville Road outbound toward Jessamine County. We're okay at the moment. Toward Mount Sterling on 64, we're good to go. And even to Winchester, no problems to report on US 60. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. A day to go nuts, a runaway unicorn, and a strange car passenger. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
Okay, as we've said, it's Friday. Things getting a little nutty. That's because Friday, February 26th, is National Pistachio Day. The little green nut has been cultivated in the Middle East since biblical times, but only came here to the U.S. in the late 19th century. Pistachio trees don't need much rain, and they grow best in a hot environment. Pistachios are a source of protein and fiber, along with vitamin B6, copper, and magnesium.
People in one California community couldn't believe their eyes when they saw a tiny unicorn roaming the area. The pretty pony wasn't quite what people thought. Juliet is a 20-year-old pony who spends her days making people's dreams come true by posing as a unicorn in photo shoots and at parties. When Juliet got loose this week, people tried to catch her for hours with the help of police. Finally, someone with a horse that Juliet was familiar with managed to bring the unicorn back home. Can you imagine if you were driving down the road and saw that?
Stop you. It's kind of cute, though. Okay, so there was a goat in a car at a Home Depot in Massachusetts. I know what you're thinking. You've got to be kidding me. Perplexed shoppers shot and posted video of the animal waiting in the store's parking lot. Eyewitnesses say it turned on the hazard lights, drank a soda, and befouled the front seat. Hopefully the owner picked up some air freshener.
But the better question is, how did he get in there?
I feel sorry for him. He shouldn't be stuck in a car. All right. Animal stories on a Friday. Can't beat those. We've got much more to come now on WKYT. Stay with us here at 5 o'clock.